A little while ago, public policy polling reported they were only able to find 3 supporters of John Huntsman in Iowa among respondents to their poll. They weren't saying that John Huntsman was polling at 3% in Iowa. They were saying he had 3 supporters, 3 people. But John Huntsman is not worried about that. He's not worried about Iowa. John Huntsman is not worried about Nevada either. He even skipped the Nevada debate, for crying out loud. Republican presidential hopeful John Huntsman is not worried about Iowa and not worried about Nevada, and he is not worried about 47 other states either, because John Huntsman is focused like a laser beam on one place.
We're going to focus singularly on New Hampshire. That's not an overly expensive market. That's a market where the old Adlai Stevenson shoe leather is important. I know how to work that market. The early signs are that we're connecting with the people. They like the message.
For John Huntsman, it's all about New Hampshire, where he is connecting with the people. In a Yahoo News profile published yesterday, yes, that was the headline, John Huntsman confirms that in the last quarter, his campaign reported 2 donors, 2 total donors in the entire state of New Hampshire. These are not people found to be donors among respondents in a poll. This is not a representative sample. This is the total universe of people who have given John Huntsman's campaign any money at all in New Hampshire in the past 3 months. And the total universe of people is 2 people for $1,000 in total. Now, that sounds bad on its face. Given a little perspective, it also sounds quite bad. Against John Huntsman's $1,000 raised in New Hampshire, the state that is his singular focus, we should also note that former New Mexico governor and current sort of fringy Republican candidate Gary Johnson raised just over 10 times as much cash as Governor Huntsman did. Gary Johnson last night caught a red-eye flight from Arizona to New Hampshire to meet the filing deadline in the Granite State today so he could even be on the New Hampshire ballot. Why did Gary Johnson wait so long and have to do it in person on the last possible day after flying all night? Quote, the technical term is that we screwed up, the campaign said. And this is the guy who is outraising John Huntsman in New Hampshire 10-1. So unless all the other candidates collectively forfeit, it seems pretty clear that the I'm not Mitt Romney candidate surge we're all waiting for will not be old Adlai Shoe Leather Huntsman and his singular focus on New Hampshire. His dad suggested today that if John Huntsman were running for president of China, he'd have won by now. But here, not China, not so much. The candidate who I think is most likely to pull off the I'm not Mitt Romney candidate surge that America is waiting for has inspired the comedian Sarah Silverman to organize a comedy show in Texas next week with proceeds to benefit. Actually, that's part of the whole idea. I will let the brilliant Sarah Silverman explain. She is here for the interview. That's next.